Tell us about your background.
I did everything in France. So I did a bachelor, a master, and then a PhD through different city, but still looking for neuroscience and to learn more about what the brain can do. Then after my PhD, I moved to Canada because I wanted to have some foreigner experience and also to improve my English communication. So I moved to Stephen Everling Lab, who is at Western University in Ontario. And I did my postdoc for 3 to 4 years there, where I learned a lot. And then I moved to McGill to start an assistant professor position 3 years ago.
Tell us about your research.
My research program aim at advancing knowledge in the neurodevelopment of multisensory integration and social cognition, because these two functions are often affecting a person with neurodevelopment disorders such as autistic spectrum disorder. And to achieve this goal, we are using magnetic resonance imaging method and behavioral testing to really try to understand both at the behavioral and brain level what is going on. And the particularity of our lab is like we are using the Marmoset, which is a small non-human primate with this big advantage of reaching adulthood in less than 2 years. So we can really look at this mechanism in a short windows of time to be able to then translate this to human research.
What do you enjoy most about your research?
What I really enjoy in my work is to work collaboratively with my trainee and other colleagues and to really develop all of this platform. So there is many challenges, as you may guess, like working with those model is not always straightforward. We have to adapt everything to try to understand how we can maximize like the image quality because the brain is so small. So it's really all this troubleshooting, brainstorming to try to optimize as much as possible what we can have and how we can make it useful for other researchers. So as an example, our platform can be used not only for neurodevelopment, but also for other lifespan projects. And an example, there is the TRIDENT project that we are collaboratively working on with Western University, who is more about neurodegenerative disease. So it's really what is exciting with those programs is like you can apply to different disease model and really try to understand better what is going on.
What does the next phase of your research look like?
Yeah, in the next phase. So like these last 3 years, we have made huge progress in developing our platform and acquiring you can say baseline data, so like data in control animal. And we're pretty exciting because there is good progress made by some colleagues at the MGH on the transgenic marmoset model of neurodevelopmental disorder. So we are really exciting to be able to apply our behavioral and MRI techniques on this new model and really start to be able to compare the wild type model with the preclinical model to really better understand the neurodivergence that we can observe in this model and then how they reflect to the human model.
What is one key takeaway you want people to know about your research?
Um, I'm not the first person to reflect back on myself because I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm not really thinking about, I am proud of what I'm doing. I have a big imposter syndrome, like many women. But I'm really, really happy by how things end up at the end. I was not feeling ready at all to start my lab because it's a really kind of scary step, but I'm really, really happy to have an amazing team around me. And I think this is what I'm really proud of, to have been able to gather the right people around me to make the things that work really well today.
What advice do you have for trainees and students?
One of my big advice will be to be proactive. I know many trainees sometimes like wait the end of their PhD or the end of the postdoc before looking at the next opportunity. And that can put a lot of pressure on your shoulder because then you have like, okay, I have just few months and then what will be my next step? So it's really good to be proactive, to really work on your network. So by working on your network, when you let people know, okay, I will be really thinking for the next phases? Do you have any advice? Do you know anybody who may be looking for opportunities, like having open position? So by being proactive, you really increase your probability to have more opportunity that you can choose. And this is really something important.
What is one fun fact or hobby you have?
Love reading dark fantasy because it allows me to completely disconnect my brain because it's not the real world. It's really far from what we are living now. And I really need this to shut down my brain sometimes because otherwise my brain is always active. So reading is a good way to stop thinking.
How do you balance work and life in a research environment?
This is a really good question because it can be really challenging. It's really depending also of yourself. And for me, particularly, like when I start my lab, I had already two kids in young age, so I have to really manage the more difficult part of each at the same time. I survive, still for now. I will say it's really important to try to give priority for some part of it. So sometimes you may have really deadline and you will work more at that time, but like when you met this deadline, it's important to try to chill a little and to refocus on other things. So we can say, okay, I have submitted my CHR. Okay, I'm good. So maybe for the next few days, I will work less and maybe try to spend more time with the kids. Little. So I'm really trying to organize my day separately between work things and family things. So it's not always easy, but I'm trying to keep this balance.